Okay guys, so here we are ready to start the duplication of our design. So if I just, I've turned my canvas off. There's my canvas on in the background. I can turn my sketch off and just see the canvas obviously, but I'm going to turn the canvas off, and so I'm just looking at my tracing that I've done. Key things to remember: I need to have clear space all the way around it, so your line should not be touching the outside edges. You need to have obviously the hole for your button cell. Within that, there needs to be the shape that's going to be your button itself, like so, in my case, or at least that's part of it. And then obviously you've got your LED slot is drawn in. You've got your two screw holes, which need to be, again, spaced out nice and evenly, not too close to an edge, either an inside or an outside edge. And in my case, I've added a hole for the keychain. Okay. At this point, if I haven't checked yours, I would strongly advise you to ask me to have a look and check that everything appears okay. Anyway, let's assume that we've done all that and we're ready to duplicate. So what we're going to do is we're going to select everything, okay? The box and our drawing itself. Everything is selected like so. Having selected it, I'm going to come up to my pencil box, go into Create. I'm going to choose Rectangular Pattern. Okay, so down towards the bottom, you've got Circular Pattern, Rectangular Pattern. And as soon as I hit that, I'm going to get this other menu appear. All right, let's have a look at that. 230 objects selected. How come there's so many? Well, because of all of those different points that we've put in. Okay, that's fine. We're going to look at this box here, the third one down, and just make sure if it isn't already on spacing, we're going to turn it to spacing. Okay, often when you start, it's on extent, but we want spacing. Then we're going to come to the one that says quantity, and we're going to increase that quantity to 8, which I know sounds a lot, but we may well need that many. And having done those three things, checked it to spacing, two things, sorry, checked it to spacing, checked it to 8, okay, on the quantity. Now I'm going to turn that one to 8 as well, because it might be actually we're dragging it in that direction. I'm then going to come across here. I want to drag them down, okay, not across the page. So ignore this blue arrow, and instead I'm going to choose this white one it's pointing up, but I'm actually going to start dragging it down. And as soon as you start that drag, you can see that there's lots and lots of copies appearing. At the moment, they're kind of bumping over each other. They're overlapped, you can see. But I need to either pull that down until this little box says -60, or I could type it into either that box or that box. Either will work. So I'm going to do -60, and then when I press my enter, it's going to take just a moment to work through that. So you might get the spinning wheel of doom, because there's a lot of pieces being duplicated in one go. And when you then scroll out, you can obviously move up your page a little bit as well, maybe. If I just use my hand there, you can now see what's happened. It's given us almost like a film reel of those objects. They're all the same, the box is copied and the object is copied. If you get this sort of slight blurring out, I don't know quite what that's caused by, doesn't matter. The red box is only ever a guide. What we're most interested in is obviously having a copy of what's inside it. Okay, so if I go all the way out there, they're a bit small to see at that point, but at least I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Voila, that is what we want. So I'm just going to click Finish Sketch. Oops, I didn't mean to actually turn it off. And I'm going to do a Command and S, click OK, and on the next tutorial we're going to look at deleting the parts we don't need. Okay, So great job, well done.